Returning now to our top story, the life and legacy of former President Jimmy Carter. The Nobel Peace Prize winner was known for bringing people together. And in an age of increasing division, the bipartisan nature of praise pouring in for Carter is remarkable. I want to bring in Leslie Sanchez and Joel Payne. Leslie is a CBS News political analyst and Republican strategist. Joel is a CBS News political contributor and Democratic strategist. Good to see both of you. Leslie, President-elect Donald Trump said that while he may have disagreed politically with Carter on some things, he did call him a truly good man for his work in and out of office. What does it tell you about Carter's legacy that people from all political walks of life are equally passionate in remembering him?
There's no doubt that this was a century of leadership, right? Everything from graduating from the Naval Academy to proceeding being governor, bringing people together at a very difficult time during his short-lived administration. But mostly people look and hearken to the tremendous legacies built post-White House. And I think that's a lot of what you see in the bipartisan reach. It's somebody who's dedicated and committed to this country and served honorably for all of us. I think it's a testament to a foregone era when people really understood the importance of bringing people together. And I think it's wonderful to see that today.
A century of leadership. I like that. Joel, do you agree that it was a foregone era? Can we get back to that?
Oh, it would be wonderful to get back to that. You know, rare is the president in this modern era who their presidency, and look, people can have their disagreements about the Carter presidency. I actually think history has been a little bit unkind to it, but his post-presidency eclipsed that presidency. The work he did through the Carter Center, the work he did with Habitat for Humanity, and of course, as Leslie alluded to, his service in our country before that as a naval officer. It is quite the legacy, and I think the bipartisan tributes you're seeing are well-deserved for a life well lived.
I want to turn now to President Trump and his transition. Leslie, we're days away from Republicans selecting a Speaker of the House. What does Mike Johnson need to do to win over? We know that Trump just posted on Truth Social pledging his support for Johnson.
You know, it's really tremendous to see the rift again among Republicans, but I think we can look to history, recent history, as to what Speaker Johnson needs to say, that this illusion that there is somebody who can better serve the Republican conference right now is a mirage in the far distance. He is best equipped, most capable, excellent staff in place, and he has the support of the president-elect. I mean, the conference may have some naysayers, but the ability to do what Speaker Johnson has done in difficult times and to be the right arm of the president coming in is really a testament to his credential and capability. That's why I believe he is the right speaker, and he's going to continue to champion that message. And his lieutenants and deputies, his whips are definitely out there saying the same thing.
Joel, how will Democrats approach a potential speaker fight? Oh, it looks like we lost Joel. Leslie, let me ask you something that was interesting in how it unfolded, and that, of course, was the government funding deal and preventing that government shutdown in the 11th hour, literally. We know that Trump was demanding either the lifting of or the elimination of the debt ceiling. He didn't get that. He's still asking for that based on some of the policies that he wants to impose when he starts, including some tax cuts. How do you see this relationship between the former president, incoming president, and Republicans who not only echo his comments that the American people gave him this mandate, but that maybe didn't go along to everything that he was asking for in that funding fight?
There's a natural friction between the executive branch and obviously legislative when we are in leadership, meaning Republicans, or you could argue either side is in leadership, is the best opportunity to move the biggest tenets of their agenda. And having that slight friction is a very healthy part of governance. But the alignment of the speaker on the president-elect's new agenda, particularly on tax cuts, on energy security, on border and immigration border security, are really a testament to how successful the administration is going to be. So while the president didn't want to have to deal with the debt ceiling, certainly that kind of political capital exchange, when he has bigger items on his radar, it just shows it's going to be this balance, right, between the two efforts. But this can be a sign of tremendous success in the president-elect's second term by having a champion who understands and can really, corral cats, which is a difficult task as Speaker of the House.
So, Joel, we have you back now. Leslie was talking about balance between congressional Republicans and the White House. But what about balance with Democrats? I mean, how do you see them not only engaging in a potential speaker fight, but also, as we see on day one, all of the things that President Trump wants to implement?
Yeah, well, I hope Democrats do better than my connection did there a second ago. Just interested, just opining on this speaker fight that you're talking about with Speaker Johnson. It's interesting to me that Republicans were elected to break things. There's a caucus full of people who don't believe in governing. I mean, literally, that entire Republican caucus is full of folks who want to break things, and Democrats like to govern. Democrats have a choice to make about whether or not they are going to help Mike Johnson. Because listen, if Mike Johnson is able to get reelected to the speakership, he's going to need Democratic support for some of the things that he needs to do. He's got too many folks in that Republican caucus who don't believe in governing and who typically like to be contrarian. So Democrats have a real choice point about whether or not they are going to participate in government. I think there are some on the Democratic side who want Democrats to maybe play a little bit more hardball politics, but I think there are others who feel like there are things that we can get done with Donald Trump as president and Mike Johnson as speaker. That'll be a very interesting tension to see play out.
Leslie, I'm out of time, but instead of break, would you say disrupt?
Disrupt. And anybody who thinks that the Freedom Caucus is going to lead, as speaker, somebody from the Freedom Caucus is sadly mistaken. It's going to have to be somebody who can build alignment across the breadth of the Republican Party.
Leslie and Joel, good to see both of you. Thank you.